What we need to do here is again is the modifiers, but well, it doesn't seem that it lost the targets this time, except that if you check this name, this is an old name for armature. The new name, the main rig that I have, has another armature name, which is here. And so what I need to do is just reactualize, and I can only select the curve object from here, the outliner, apparently. So I need to do this. So it's similar as the other time, so but this time is more confusing. I should have, it was a bit hard for me to discover what was going on because those armature names are similar. And so now this got fixed. Yes, good. And so now I've got this rig inserted into the main rig, and I still possess the ability for regenerating. The deaf bones are here, the deformed bones for the eyebrows. So I need here to, actually here, not those protected layers. Now I need to select the, I could wave paint the head too, but for this tutorial I just want the eyebrows to work. And so here and here, then wave paint mode, and then let's go to some very basic wave painting here, right? No, nothing. I could even make this automatic, but I'm already here, so let's just complete this stuff. I could even make this maybe easier. No, it's not the moment for that. I still have to finish that last one. So very strong at the tips. Then this could have strong waves in the middle too. And here some. And now, yes, maybe now I could use something like that. Yes, now let's see how it is working, if it is working. So I need to get the armature and the controller bones for the eyebrows. And so, yes, of course, that is the expected result, except that I want to have my modifiers back. So for the shrink wrap, I'll just augment this to this, and for solidify I just need to activate, maybe it's just too thick, let's see, something like that, if now it works better than my previous rig, which had lesser control points. So yes, this is working better than the other time in terms of interpenetration of mesh or artifacts. No, this is not supposed to be moved, I guess. As you see, this is very reliable. It's just that I don't have enough experience with Rigify Addon to know which are the best workflows. But remember, the easiest part is actually creating the automation, right? The rest of the setup and understanding what to do is what takes more time, in my opinion. So this is very, very cool. Okay, so one thing relevant here is for the inner parenting of those bones, the one generated for this rig. I was trying to track down what would be the parents, the root relations, because I don't want this root bone, because I already have a root bone on my main character. So this is a bit inconvenient. I don't want to just delete this bone, because then I wouldn't know the parents, its children. right? So there's some way to address this thing. This is the select menu, and it's select similar and immediate children, and this will make, so it's Shift G, it will allow us to select all the immediate children that are directly parented to this bone, and then I could take note on those bones, maybe reparent them to the head bone, which is what I want for the facial features, and then I can delete this one, or just delete this one and then retake those noted bones and get them parented to the head bone, parent offset. So, but now it didn't work because I need to have these layers selected, enabled. So now I will unselect everything, okay, all those 5 layers here. I select the root bone, because when I go under relations, bone properties tab and relations, I only see the parent of a bone. So this bone, this root bone, is not parented to anything, but we can see its children. So this is really annoying. So that's why we need the select similar. Let's go back to the skeleton panel. We select the active bone, Shift G, immediate children. Okay, so then we see some bones there which we cannot see from where they are, because the active bone is only one. And it's here. This we already know, but we do not know where those are. So if I grab those things, yeah, this is very polluted. The other one is moving. That one that is not selected is just moving because it is connected. So a better way maybe to do this is just Shift H. Let's hide everything. Let's hide this bone, which occupies a lot of space. And then I think I have, so to select this, Alt left mouse button click, so I can see there are 2 bones stacked there. So def eyebrow left 001. So this is the first. Let's select this. This is the first of the deforming bones in the layer 32. And the other one is eyebrow master, which is located here. We can take note of this, but I know now by heart. So I just need to, I can already delete this bone. I don't need it anymore. Now let's take this bone, because I remember I have hidden everything else. Then let's go back to where I know the head bone would be. This is a mess, but I still can understand what's going on. So Ctrl P, keep offset, there it is. Yes. Okay, so let's get back here, and this solves the inner parenting for one of those things, one of those generated rigs. It's not too complicated, but it's really very dense, right? Okay folks, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and share, comment if you have any questions or ideas. I'm glad to answer. And so that's it. Spline IK Bone Constraint for facial rigging automated through Rigify Addon and its feature set. Experimental rigs by Alexander Gavrilov. Happy blending, folks! We are ready to check a new file in which we're gonna just play a little with this rig type. Okay, so for this short demonstration, let's just add an armature object. This can be a single bone. Then I go on edit mode. I put this bone here to the side. Then I want to go on object data properties for the armature object. Then I get this Rigify panel, and I get the samples. Now I can't search for what I want here. Apparently it doesn't help. So I need to find it manually. I know it's limbs point, but I can do this. Filter that, it'll be a bit easier. limbs.spline underscore tentacle, add sample. Okay, so this adds the sample. Actually, if I go on pose mode, I can check where are there's another panel here, Rigify panel, which has got, actually it's on bone properties tab instead, and here I can check the rig type for each individual bone. Those 4 ones on the sample have no rig type. This one I know is the one that I want, limbs, spline, tentacle, just needs at least one. Let's see if that's true. Yes, that's right. And so if I don't have this, it will cause an error. Input to rig type must be a chain of 2 or more bones. Let's go back. Alright, so now I can add another one here. Let's see if it contains the rig type. No, it's only this one. Okay, so this is ready. We'll call this one the root. If I don't have this bone, it will create a root probably here. Let's see. Yes, and so you see this is called root. But if I maintain that bone here and call it root, then when I generate rig, it will make the root here. Let's add a few bones, extra bones here. They don't need to be straight, although it says it is recommended. I've read it somewhere, I'm not sure exactly, but it's not necessary. If you want to make a curve, it will work. Even add another one. And so on pose mode, I need to check here for options, and this is the most important thing. By default, I think it's, yes, it's 1, 1, 1, but I don't want extra start controls nor extra end controls, because this will create more complications that for me are not necessary for the rig that I want. This is the most important option for me because it will generate the control points for the splines inside the curve, and so the curve will start to be generated from here to here. Of course, this means that I would have one control point here and another here, but also 3, 4, 5 in the middle. I need middle control here. Then stretch to fit. These are probably the options that you find on the Spline IK Bone Constraint. Probably we can edit later anyways. These F key controls, I think these are too much. I don't need that. And this radius scaling, I think is the same thing. It's for the bone constraint settings. Maximum radius, let's delete that. Then I go on this tab and generate rig. So here is what we've got. So let's look at this. This is incredible. Look at how fast we were able to generate a Spline IK rig. Of course, this is just the armature stuff, right? And the curve stuff. It's not the rig totally, because we don't have the mesh, we don't have the wave painting, the integration of this with the armature, bigger armature, right? But this is a lifesaver. And the more splines, right, we need to rig, the more this feature set in Rigify Addon becomes relevant, because this is like 10, 20, 30 times faster than doing from scratch. Incredibly valuable. If we check here what happened, this is the meta rig. This is what we have originally. So let me just... Here is the generated rig. This, I think it's something older as well as this, so this is not relevant. This is something, is the custom shapes, the widgets created by the Rigify Addon, so there are lots of them. That's a bit confusing. So here it created like one custom shape for each bone controller for the control points. Strange. Yes, I don't understand this clearly, but that's not relevant. Just better not touch at that. Better put in a collection of automated stuff, right, for this rig. And for the curve object, it's here. Of course, it is parented to the armature, to the generated rig. It is disable selection, so let's just enable that and access the spline object, the curve object, sorry. And so here are our splines.